I'm gonna try to express myself in a clear and articulate way. In that people seem to have a problem with the way I talk when I'm relaxed. Say I curse too much, and I do when I'm relaxed. But you know, I've mastered being professional through just through the course of the job that I do. You can't be just cursing and saying whatever you want to say. You can't do it. So I have a persona that I've created to help me navigate through, say, the professional world and doing what it takes to fit in a white world. Okay. With that being said, I came from very humble beginnings. Uh, I know what it's like to not have lights, have your water turned off, um, to go hungry, you know, live with roaches, roaches in your cereal box. I mean, but that's just, what it's like coming up being poor in America. And a lot of people are going through that right now, especially people living in the projects who feel they don't have any hope whatsoever. Um, my heart goes out to them because they are the majority of who we are as black people. Now, some of us have been able to, either because of our family situation, maybe your family had money, you didn't have to like deal with poverty and um, just being raised in a school system that basically teaches you nothing. But I digress. Where we're at right now is basically at the point of no return. That's where we're at. We're at the point of no return. I mean, it's possible some good things could come from the protest and rioting and looting because basically it's got the power structure kind of afraid of people because they thought people were totally controlled. Now, when we went into quarantine for COVID 19, oh, people went along with the program and basically they were cool with the whole country being shut down. So, COVID 19 in and of itself, we all know it's a biological weapon. We know that the United States and China are responsible for it. I won't go into the details of it. That's just what it is. So, let's look at the state of the world before COVID 19. Before COVID 19, you could literally say everything was messed up. I mean, everything was messed up. The air is messed up. The water's messed up. The food is messed up. The prison system is messed up. The school system is messed up. The political structure is messed up. Everything is messed up. And I would really like to use the other word, the F word, up because I can really get into what I'm saying right now. But that's a fact. Everything was already messed up. So, on top of everything being messed up, they come out with a virus that does not kill the majority of the people who get it. And in all honesty, do y'all remember back January? Everybody had the flu. Everybody, literally everybody had the flu. So that was unusual. That was very unusual. I think most people had COVID 19 pretty early on. So their need to continually test for it has another agenda to it. Doctors have come out, nurses have come out to say that basically they're killing people, black people in particular, um, in the hospitals. And as far as the testing is concerned, the only people I know that have for a fact in the inner city been exposed to a wide range of testing is people who live in projects. They rolled through the projects and tested them. Yeah. Me, I haven't been tested as of yet. And I don't see the point. I've been quarantined. Who am I a threat to? I'm not a threat to anybody. So COVID-19, it's a bunch of bull. Straight up, it's just bull. Okay? It's just an excuse for you people to wear masks. Yeah, it was against the law to be in public without a mask prior to COVID-19. So now everybody can wear a mask anywhere in public. Now, on my Facebook feed, for the past 2 years, they've been pushing all kinds of masks. Hard face masks, soft face masks. It don't matter. Just masks, stuff to cover your face up. And I just couldn't understand why my timeline was so inundated with all these masks. And it was like, okay, these are masks that they're marketing to people for insurrection, so people can hide their identity. Okay. And it didn't make sense until COVID-19 struck and the riot struck. So that was the norm for people to have their faces covered during the riot, which is rather convenient. It's rather convenient. You know, having behind a mask gives people, some people, gives them the feeling that they won't be discovered. And if they can't be discovered, there's no checks and balances to keep their behavior in check. So let's get to George Floyd. No, let's not go to him. Let's go back to COVID-19. So everything was messed up before COVID-19. COVID-19 effectively shut down not just the United States, but the whole world. And basically put the whole world in a state of, how can I say this? What's the best way to say that? Collapse. Collapse. That's where we were at, in a state of collapse, okay? Unemployment numbers through the roof. Huge government stimulus packages that only benefited the rich for the most part. All they did was gave us $1,200, which was basically no money. And they shot down any chance of us getting a second stimulus. So definitely with the rioting and stuff going on, we're not going to get another stimulus package. We can just hang that up. You know, we can just hang that up. And maybe we should, because they wasn't going to give us anything but another 12,000, well, $1,200, which is nothing. It's nothing, you know. So when the unemployment runs out for people and they want to go back to work, a lot of companies have shut down. You know, a lot of companies have shut down. A lot of small businesses have shut down. A lot of big companies, they're not going back to their standard business model. They're going to stick with that working at home model because it works, you know, because they can do that pretty easily and save a lot of money. You don't have to pay for buildings. We don't have to pay for a whole bunch of stuff. A whole lot of janitors and stuff like that to clean buildings. They're not going to have that anymore. So that's more jobs that's going to be taken from the very poor. The very poor. That's who's going to hurt. So with the rioting that's going on, that's a lot of businesses that poor people worked at these businesses. Okay, so y'all burnt those down. So on top of no jobs because of COVID-19, people are burning down stuff just because they're angry about George Floyd. You know, I'm not going to say anything bad about George Floyd, but personally, I don't think that this black man is worthy of destroying the United States. Now, if they did this for Sandra Bland, a person who was about something, trying to do something good in life, yeah, I'd be on board with that ticket. But this guy, no. In his protest, organized by Black Lives Matter, they started out with good intentions, but they were infiltrated by white people. How you gonna let white people take over your cause? You know? And on top of that, how you gonna let a militant group of white people integrate into your cause to further their cause, to push the rioting? You know, the white boys, they was the ones out there really hyping it up. Hyping it up big time. And it's been pretty bad. It's been pretty bad. All the way around. Poor blacks came out and started to riot for profit. Poor white people came out to riot for profit. That's not enough to shake me because the rioting was coming anyway. Okay? The rioting was coming. In the face of food shortages, where they are killing millions of pigs, chickens, and cows, just killing them. Just killing them. That's our food supply that's drying up. Think about it. What you gonna eat? Eventually, we will have a situation where the food chain would collapse. That's where we were at before the rioting. That's where we were at before the rioting. Okay? So on top of the fact that everything was messed up before the rioting has created chaos on top of a hopeless situation. And it's going to get worse. So as it gets worse, after these people run out of food, they're going to be looting all the grocery stores and all the supermarkets. You know, they're going to be hungry. Hungry people are going to go out to get food. And it's not going to take long before there's no food at any of the places that you're accustomed to getting food from. Okay? So you're going to have a lot of people hungry, starving. What are they going to do for food? No stores to go to. What are they going to do? Just sit at home and starve? They haven't made any preparations. They haven't tried to store up on anything. Even though all the signs are there that you should be stocking up and storing stuff, they're not. So, people are going to be running up in people's houses pretty soon, looking for food or whatever else they could take. And they're going to use their anger as a crutch. So if you're a white person and your house is nice, it's a good chance somebody's going to figure that, okay, they have because they're rich. And they're going to run up in your house because they think that you have something because you're smarter than them, and more than likely you made some preparations. You have some bottled water, you have some batteries, you have something, and they're going to run up in your house. Okay? That's where we're at. We're weeks away from that. I would say weeks, at the most months away from that, if the government don't step in and really come up with a meaningful stimulus package. Meaning like what they're doing in Canada, where you get like $2,000 a month for 12 months. And that would work because that could stimulate the economy. So as opposed to this mess that's going on behind George Floyd, we really should have been banding together to protest our government and COVID-19 and putting pressure on them to actually do something to help us get through it. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. One person's death has led to total chaos. Total chaos. And it didn't have to be chaos. A lot of black people have died. A lot of protests have been had. But it's never been taken to this level. And it was taken to this level so easily because people out there are afraid. And some people are just opportunistic. They see the police are stretched thin, and it's their opportunity to do things that they normally wouldn't do. If you're driving around during this COVID-19, the police was ordered not to really stop people because they didn't want the police exposed to COVID-19. So people have been speeding, disobeying stop signs, traffic lights, just doing all kind of silly, nonsensical type stuff. But It's all good. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. Um, Motherfuckers, take this thing very seriously. Take it very seriously. Your country's under attack. Antifa, y'all don't want to hear nothing about that because Trump mentioned it, because police departments are mentioning it. But yeah, that's a group with their whole other agenda. Their agendas that um, they don't like anything that's neo-Nazi or Confederate, and their agenda is to stop it. And the way they primarily do it is they embed themselves into other movements. That's why you had so many white people chanting Black Lives Matter, more black people in the protests. I mean, more white people in the protests, heading the protests than black people. Here in Richmond, Virginia, they came here too with an obvious goal to further their goal, which is to attack those Confederate monuments. Yeah. So now our mayor, he's decided, our mayor and our governor, they've decided they're going to take them down. You know, and it's best that they do take them down on one level, because those Antifa people, they wouldn't have been happy until they literally probably threw some rope over that. Who is his name? What is that motherfucker? Jackson Lee or whatever that Lee statue, and dragged his ass off that pedestal. They wouldn't have been happy till they did it. So that's a motherfucker right there. So Antifa, they got what they wanted. Mayor said they're gonna take that statue down. So it's gonna depend on what they do with that statue. They can donate that statue. Well, they really can't do that because they tried to donate it to another district, and their mayor got a lot of backlash because the people said they didn't want the statues there either. As far as the statues concerned, the Daughters of the Confederacy, which is located here in Richmond, and it was attacked. Antifa attacked that during the protest. So that's how much Black Lives Matter, that enough of them splintered off to go and go attack the Daughters of the Confederacy. So that's on my song line, and white people, meaning Republican white people, are very mad about that. So reading the comments, all you hear is, "Oh, I hate niggas. I'm gonna kill niggers," and all this old stupid stuff. And we weren't perpetrators of that. I'm telling you, the only thing black people did that was really something you really wanted to be ashamed for was them breaking into DTLR. That was all black. But everything else, as far as like the setting on fire of the GRTC bus, nah, Antifa, okay? All with the design of working their way back towards Monument to get to that damn statue and protest. And they did it. They got to that statue and protested. And the crowds that were out there for that statue, that's kind of ridiculous. That's kind of ridiculous considering it was all about George Floyd. They even took a projector and shined this nigga's picture on the goddamn statue. This shit has nothing to do with him whatsoever. Nobody here in Richmond is thinking anything about those Confederate monuments. Okay, they've always been here. We don't care about them. The white people don't care about them, and the black people don't care about them. We just go around and we don't even stop to look at them, okay? But I'm going to tell you who do pay attention to all the Confederate statues here in Richmond, Virginia, which is the capital of the old Confederacy. Civil War never ended. So as far as, let's say, rebels are concerned, Civil War has been ongoing. They have just been hunkering down, storing up on weapons and preparing and trying to infiltrate the police department and have political influence through the Republican Party, which both of which they have done very well. So let's watch what happened with this statue. Stoney said he was going to take it down by July something. So that's a whole month. You know, if he said he was going to take it down, he should have took it down the next day. But he said July. So we're going to see if these Antifa people continue to try to rally around this statue, or if they're going to go to other statues, other Confederate monuments, because there's so many of them here. We're going to see. But either way, the rebels that are out there, they take these things as an attack on their flag. Their flag, not the American flag, that Confederate flag. They are loyal to that Confederate flag. Think about it. You lost the war about hundreds of years ago, 100 and some years ago. You lost the war, but you're still wearing T-shirts with this flag on it. You're still flying this flag from your pickup trucks. You're still flying it from your house. They're still loyal to the Confederate flag. Plain and simple. They're coming this way. Okay? They're coming this way. And depend on the situations in which they come this way, they're not going to no white neighborhoods when it's time for them really to make their presence felt. They're going to these projects. And we have a lot of projects here. Okay? Now, just enough of you project people came out to be seen and recorded. And y'all prove yourself to be everything that these racist white people think about us. Okay? That's what y'all did. As far as not the protesting, as far as the rioting and the looting, y'all scared these people to death. Y'all scared them to death. Y'all gave them a look at y'all. They used to seeing you niggas killing each other or hearing about you killing each other, which is all in the plans of what they want. But y'all actually showed them how dangerous y'all are and how efficient y'all are when it comes to breaking in shit. Yeah. They're going to be gunning for y'all. So, all the projects, y'all motherfuckers, y'all got guns. Y'all always claim y'all got guns. Y'all got guns. But do y'all got the heart to use them? Do y'all have the ability to stop killing each other, to come together and defend y'all neighborhoods? Because it's going to come down to that. It's going to come down to that. Just because some white people march with black people, it's very important that y'all remember. These white motherfuckers don't like us, okay? They have a history going back 6,000 years disliking us. Why? That's a subject for a whole nother day on some deep shit. Y'all get y'all some guns, stock up on water, stock up on batteries, stock up on flashlights, click up with some decent people. You don't want treacherous people in your circle. You know? Because if a motherfucker ain't shit, that's the one that's going to be running up in your house. And you're going to know him. Because he's going to know what's in your house. So, it's time to cut a lot of people loose. And bond with the right type of people. You know? So, the only people you're going to be safe with is people who are truly righteous. Righteous. You know? What it means to be righteous, you were born knowing the difference between wrong and right. And regardless of what life throws your way, a righteous person will fight to do what's right. That's what he's going to do. All right, that's that. I'm done.